He's like a wall. In addition to the fact that he's athletically gifted, he can cover 3 positions around the back. He can get from flank to flank very easily, and he reads the game so well.
Statistics, he's up there with the best of them. 30 odd goal contributions in the money company. And that's just ridiculous, bro. That is just out of this world number.
Welcome sports fans, welcome back to another very special episode. I'm your host Joe Man.
I'm Rush.
And this is This or That Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting and riveting sports topics, discussions and debates on the internet.
Yes people, but before we get into today's video, don't forget to like this one. Subscribe to This or That Sports TV and leave a comment under this video or like beside the video in the live chat. You know it go. What else though?
Share the video to at least 10 people and ensure to get us at least 6 subscribers. Because if each and every one of you guys can do that, you know how many subscribers that'll get us by the end of the day?
Poly. People do the maths now, man. We are grow, but we want to grow a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Alright. Into the meat of the matter. The reason why you guys clicked on this video. I know that you guys saw the title. I know that you guys saw the thumbnail. Who is the best player in the Manning Cup, bro? You know, we see a lot of players scoring a lot of goals. You know, players in easy groups, getting a lot of chances and scoring a lot of goals. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're the best player in the Manning Cup.
Don't.
You know, we also see some players going under the radar because they're not at a KC or a JC. So don't even talk about them. Who is the best player in the Manning Cup?
Well, as you said, you know, there are so many options, and before we speak about or before we answer that question, we must first establish the criteria. What determines who is the best player in the Manning Cup? And that's so vague. You know, there's so many prerequisites one could use to determine that. You know, and everybody will have their own thing to determine what they do.
I can give you some, and you can give me some. I think ability, performance, result, or success. What else do you think you can add to that? I think that's a fair criteria. So you need to be good enough. You need to know your ability. You need to know that you have, natural ability more than the average. You need to put in some good performances, because ability without performances, bro, we can't rate it as one of the best. Yeah. Now perform when the time come. And also success. You need to be doing well. So what else do you think you can add to that?
Statistics.
There we go. So let's mention some players. Let's throw one out there. Bro, I want to throw one out there that I think a lot of people are not talking about, and he's not getting the highlight that he should get. Romain Blake of Jamaica College. Centre back. Very good player. In fact, he's a Jamaica international under 20 level, bro. And very good player. Seen him play. You know, he's been playing Manico for a couple of years. I think this is his 3rd year. Really, really good player, bro. Solid player. Confident. You know, on the ball, he's a ball playing centre back. He's not very tall.
He's the best ball playing central defender in the country. You know, others might argue Daniel Mitchell, but I think Blake might just be a bit better.
And Daniel Mitchell is the best at something else, and we'll get to it. But bro, we talk about Romain Blake, we talk about confidence, we talk about positioning, we talk about putting the ball on the ground and play it, we talk about creativity. Yeah. Because that boy can ping a pass. And I feel like we need to, you know, speak about Romain Blake some more people. And yeah, so Romain Blake, the number 6 for Jamaica College. We'll talk about his height. He's not a very tall boy. But he's strong.
Yeah.
And, you know, he makes up for his lack of height in other ways. You know, so yeah, that's my first pick out the hat, bro. Who is you want to know about Romain Blake or you want?
No, I think you mentioned it all. You know, you took the words right out my mouth. But we can move like from a defender to another defender, and let's speak about Daniel Mitchell. I mentioned that I didn't think he was necessarily as good on the ball as Romain Blake, but he's way taller, he's way stronger, and don't get me wrong, he still is technically sound, and he can make a pass.
And because of all those physical attributes that you named, he's a better goal scorer. He's the best scoring defender in the country at this level. So you say that Romain is the best ball player or whatever. He's the best goal scorer. Undisputed.
So
go for it.
What if I was to tell you that that's not why he's on my list?
Go for it.
Because of his ability to score 14 or 15 goals, that's not necessarily why I rate him as highly as I do. Because I've seen him defend. And he's smart. You know, as I said, he's technically sound, he's strong, he reads the game very well, and he's an outstanding tackler, and he's so dominant in the air. Right. He's like a wall. In addition to the fact that he's athletically gifted, he can cover 3 positions around the back. He can get from flank to flank very easily, and he reads the game so well, as I previously mentioned. That's why I think he's such a solid defender. You know, he does not clear the ball a lot, but he knows when to clear the ball. He has the ability to push forward with the ball, you know, either by 1-2 or with his dribbles into the midfield and make stuff happen. And you said he has the ability to get on squares and get headers in goal.
Yeah.
But him scoring 14 goals is not why I have him.
The thing is,
as one of
you'll say, a lot of people say, you know, he scores most of those goals when he's playing as a forward. But when you look at the goals that he scores with his head. He will get chances with his head if he's a defender. Even if he's playing as a defender, he scores like instinctive goals where the ball just drops at his feet and he smashes it into the top of the goal. You know, I like that from him. You know, the guy, he has the ability to find space in the box and kick the ball into the goal. And if you can do that as a defender, you know, I think that even makes you a better defender. Because you know what forwards are thinking, you know where the space is, you know, in the goal is, you know where to kick the ball. You know, so I agree with every single thing that you said. Plus the fact that that guy knows how to kick the ball into the goal. So Daniel Mitchell, it's not even you know, outrageous to say that he is the best defender in the Money Cup this year. In fact, I would say it's the best defender in the Money Cup.
It's between him and Blake.
It is between him and Blake.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to KC defender Bayam. I've been very impressed with that guy, but you know, it's a little bit below the level of those guys.
He's a tier below him.
Yeah, but
I think Blake and Duve are of the same ilk.
Yeah, you're right. Let's talk about another player. Let's talk about Mikhail Ellis of St. Catherine High School. You know, a player that's also going under the radar. You know, people are speaking about him in some rooms. You know, we hear a lot of people mentioning him undisputedly as the best player in the Money Cup.
Yeah, many people would say that. Obviously, I'd argue against it, but he definitely has a shout to be in the runnings. You know, we've heard a lot of rumblings about many teams wanting him at the next level. You know, apparently, Coach Patrick's phone has been going crazy for this guy. You know, I've been hearing it from all walks of life that many people want this kid. You know, Catherine is a team that is heavily predicated on how well they stop people from scoring. But his ability to create goals, get forward, and also score goals as well for a team that is defensive minded is why he is indeed one of the best players in the Money Cup.
Yeah, and you know, his job is just to score. You know, when you're on a team that you can be sure of that they won't concede. You know, as an attacking player, you know, it makes it easier on you because you can score one goal and you know that you'll win the game. You just need to take your opportunity, and this guy is good at taking his chances, taking his opportunity. So we have to mention Mikhail Ellis. To another player out there.
And you know, I think, you know, what is my favorite to win this debate ultimately when it's all said and done, Dejan Richards.
What a player.
What a player. This guy has the ability to score goals, get assists, and when he's engaged, he tracks back like a bull that is seeing just red. And he plays like a central defender to just shoulder attackers off their ball, retain position, pass it to his central midfielder, and then hold his head down and get back in position on his wing and continue to do more damage. He's technically sound, he's good at the dribble, he's very creative. You know, he makes plays very, very well. He has the best square in the whole of Money Cup. His ability to square that football with either foot is by far the best I've seen in this competition.
Kick that ball, no matter what he's doing. If he's doing a pass, just a simple pass. If he's making a cross. If he's kicking the ball with his instep or you know, side of his foot, the heel. Bro, this guy is just so good. And I'll definitely say, yeah, he's definitely the favorite to win this, you know, conversation or this debate. But yeah, Dejan Richards, bro, we'll talk about taking your chances and converting. You know, we say that ability, performance, success, and statistics. We'll talk about statistics. He's up there with the best of them. 30 odd goal contributions in the Money Cup. And that's just ridiculous, bro. That is just out of this world numbers. And he's not playing every single game. He's not playing 90 minutes in every single game. In fact, he's probably played 90 minutes once or twice for KC. You know, so this player is a different one.
And what's funny to me, he has the technical ability as Ellis, you know, we just say, but he has the build of Daniel Mitchell, as you just said. So he's like the best of both worlds. You know, he's a big player and he's very good in the air. And there's just not very many weaknesses that I can identify.
Bro,
because when that ball is on his right foot, he hits it so hard.
Bro, you see the goal that he scored against Jose Marti, you know, on his right foot, beat keeper got like, you know.
Yeah, but even I was watching some Europa Cup highlights and he hit one with his right foot from about 30 yards out. You know, he just hit it like a stinger. slowly rising up into the back of the net. So
Yeah.
he's almost flawless. You know, I'd say at this point his only flaw is his ability to disengage, or his tendency to disengage from time to time. But besides that, you know, it's hard to pick apart his game. He does everything at such a high level.
And one more thing I can add to that, you know, and people obviously we're talking about this player because we've seen him and we just believe that he is next up. But bro, the ease at which he does what he does, he makes it look so easy. Now we posted a video on TikTok and Instagram the other day, and the caption was, "The Money Cup is too easy for Whisper." He doesn't use more skill than is needed. You know, he doesn't kick the ball harder than he needs to kick it. You know, the first goal against Jose Marti, that looks like a pass. He just nestled into the ball, into the side of the net. And you're like, why does this look so easy for him? He's just 16 or 17 years old.
And his decision making is A1 too. You know, he makes the right pass the vast majority of the times, sometimes to his detriment. And when he decides to make the right pass, that's one thing, but his ability to put the perfect weight on the right pass, making it the perfect play that often results in a goal scoring opportunity, is just absolutely supreme. Like none we've seen in a long time. I think the last time we've seen a schoolboy footballer this good was Junior Fleming.
You're right.
I cannot think of a schoolboy footballer this good since Junior Fleming. I've been cycling through the years and I just can't see it.
Yeah, it's hard to find one like that. Yeah, that's actually a good debate to have. Maybe after the Money Cup is done, we can have a Junior Fleming versus Dujan Whisper conversation. In fact, you know, we did a video earlier, you know, in our YouTube journey, bro, and we talked about who is the best schoolboy footballer ever. And you know, we both selected Junior Fleming. And if we are comparing Whisper after just one Money Cup season with Junior Fleming, bro, that says something about the boy. People, I'm just saying that the Money Cup looked too easy for Whisper. But obviously we speak about Whisper for majority of the day. Let's talk about one more, bro. We'd be unfair if we didn't mention this place. Brian Burkett of St. George's College.
Yeah.
Again, not a very big guy, not a physical presence on the pitch. But we talk about touch. We talk about goal scoring knack. We talk about just ability, seeing the game, vision. This guy has it all.
Strong kid too.
Very strong kid.
Not very big, but he's a very strong kid, you know, and he uses his body very well. You know, he puts his body back on you, and as soon as you push back, he turns off for you and he just goes.
Yeah.
Like with the quickness. He's so nifty, he's so skillful, he's so cerebral to the way he plays the game, the way he looks at the game. He again is another individual that has just amazing weight on his passes. You know, like he squares the ball so well. And as you said, you know, he gets in front of the goal, he's going to score goals and keep scoring. You know, we spoke to Neville Bell, and obviously Brian Burkett is an 8/10, but this year he's been used as a forward, sometimes on the wing, sometimes in the middle of the park. And he's adjusted really well and managed to just put away a lot of goals.
See, that's something that you can mention, versatility. You know, if you hope to, you know, make it in world football, one thing that you can have is, well, two things that are valued that a lot of people don't talk about is availability and versatility. You know, if you're always available, you never break down, you're always ready to play, you're always locked in. You know, people appreciate that.
Yeah.
They also appreciate versatility. If I can look at a Brian Burkett and say, yo, play 8 today, and you play, you put in an 8 out of 10 performance. Next game I can say, Brian, play 10, and you put in a show-stopping performance. And then tomorrow I can say, Brian, play number 9, and you give us just as good a performance and scoring goals and all of that, bro. I think that's something to talk about. And before we wrap up this video, bro, these players that we talk about, bro, we have a very good under 20, you know, core group of players in Jamaica, you know, and that's something to speak of. I feel like we need to just keep these players, we need to get them together from now. We need to see these players, you know, in camps, and we need an all-star team. We just need to get this crop of players together. These guys should make it overseas. These 5 guys that we spoke about, bro, these are players that can compete with the best at their age group, and they at least can make it in the world at their age group. So, yeah, that's as far as this conversation goes, bro. I don't know. The other players that we can mention, you know, a goalkeeper, Akim Bernard from Mona, JC's goalkeeper, St. Jago's goalkeeper. Yeah, they are good players, but when we talk about the best in the Money Cup, I feel like we have to talk about Dujan, Whisper, Richards. That's where the conversation stops. And people more hear them. Tell people foolishness in the chat. Really want to hear them what to say. Talk to them, bro, before we leave them.
So yeah, people, you mentioned St. Jago's goalkeeper, you know, I disagree with that one, but St. Jago has a centre half.
Brandon Solomon.
Brandon Solomon.
Sorry.
Yeah. He's the real deal. You know, he should definitely be discussed in this conversation amidst all of them for sure. He's the real deal. He's very smart. You know, he's very good at reading the game. He's not very dominative as a central defender, but what he lacks in size, he makes up for it in technical ability and intelligence. So he's definitely a top player as well. You know, we saw Charlie Smith play. You know, they on display they showed a central defender who's about 6'6". I kid you not, and he played the ball so well, and he has the ability to score goals with ease. You know, champion has Kyle Miles, you know, a 14-year-old who absolutely belongs in the Manning Cup, 100%. He absolutely belongs in the Manning Cup. So there are numerous.
Then we go camper down with Devontae McRae. You know, a player that is just as good as anybody that we. In fact, bro, if this guy was playing at a JC or a KC, bro, we would be having him in this conversation.
And then we talk about if this guy played with a JC or a KC, we'd be having him in this conversation. Gavin Mensah. That was the Marty goalkeeper. You know, he has size, he's technically gifted. Obviously, he has the odd mistake in him, but if you face 27 shots, I guarantee
40, bro. 40 plus shots.
I guarantee he was 40, but 27 on target. Yeah. So I guarantee you are going to make a silly mistake.
Yeah, bro.
In addition to the fact that he was apparently carrying an injury, and he still managed to pull out some groundbreaking stops over 2 legs. And he probably faced 30-40 shots over 2 legs. He probably made 30 saves over 2 legs of football.
And another mention, bro, Zane Pinnock Mona. You know, outstanding player, scoring almost every game that Mona played. You know, Zane is a very good player. We've seen him a couple of times. I have to mention Zane Pinnock. Who else?
And then Jamani Bell, you know, he's been amazing for Wolmer's this season. You know, he's been the catalyst, he's been the driving force for them continuing to push forward and to making it to the heights that they have indeed made it. So each one of the schools this year have produced, you know, we haven't spoken about Omar. So each one of these schools, you know, have managed to provide some really good talent that, as Rush said, we can pick and choose the best from these schools and put them together, and I think they'll be able to compete against anybody in the region and anybody in the world. Yeah. That's how good I think
we need to build on this. Boys are. The transition from this stage, well, we've always produced good schoolboy footballers. So we talk about the Gregory Messans and the Alex Marshalls and all those players, bro. You know, they are good players, but we want to see them make better transition to the next level.
What if I told you that those players pale in comparison to some of these players that we mentioned?
You are 100% right. You are correct. And that's what I'm talking about. I feel like the future for Jamaica looks brighter than almost every player that I speak about whisper. I say that, yo, this is one for the future. We need, bro. And
you say one for the future, I said this is one for the right now.
Now fight it. Now fight at all. But yeah, people, this is our video. Who is the best player in the Manning Cup? If we didn't mention a player, please tell us. I'm sure you're not going to tell us a name. And we're going to say, oh, almost every time. So people, tell us, who do you think is the best player in the Manning Cup? Also, if you like this video, if you like me, if you like Jomar, if you like somebody on this side at Sports TV, big up email every time. Like the video.
They meet Ashley yet?
Probably meet Ashley. If they hear about Ashley.
If they meet Ashley, then would probably
somebody there with them like for sure. So here we go, people. Like the video, and the video like nobody.
No, wait, not like the video and introduce them to Ashley.
100%.
I lie?
I don't lie.
Yeah.
It can't happen. So they meet Ashley on the vlog bridge when you go play golf.
Oh yeah, people, you'd have seen Ashley when me and her played golf. You know, go and go watch the vlog. The Rush, make sure you see it. You pin it.
There you go.
If you don't want Ashley come on the chat more often, oh God, sorry Ashley, may I put it out there, but that's just so you get me and say we have to do it for the views. I like. Yeah. Comment and say what you want Ashley.
Alright, people.
I like the video.
There we go. Like the video, subscribe, leave a comment under this one, and do one more thing, please.
Share the video to at least 10 people and ensure to get us at least 6 subscribers. Because if each and every one of you guys watching right now can get us 6 subscribers, do you know how many subscribers that will get us by the end of the day?
Wally, people, for now. This was the Start That Sports TV. Yes, sir.